Chef Death with another recipe for disaster. Zombie stew. We'll start by taking some of the better parts of stew here and putting them in the cauldron. I'll just add a little bit of salt. Oh, did you folks happen to hear about the Chinese cook who had a serious accident? The doctor said he may never walk again. And do you know why they call dead people stiffs? Let's add some of this. Okay, now we're gonna stir it up really good. You know that eating pasta really must have sucked until somebody realized that you had to boil it first. Now, presentation means everything, so let's place the food in a nice pile on the plate. I know my wife really worships me. That's because every night at the dinner table, she places a burnt offering in front of me. I think that this food needs a little more salt. Now we're ready for the ultimate taste test. And what better way to sample zombie stew than by a real zombie? So let's get my old pal Buddy Parts up here to try Chef Death's original zombie stew. So, what do you think of my zombie stew?
Too much salt.
And don't forget, boys and ghouls, mummies and daddies, tune in next week when Chef Death will make tiramisu as soon as I find Sue.
Do you like scary movies? Well, do you? Because strange images are in the air tonight. I've sent Quasi deep into the vault to pull out some of the scariest movies ever made. So turn out the lights. Get close to someone you care for. Because it's time for Zombo's House of Horror Movies. Come, let's go inside and meet Quasi. Miss Transylvania. Werewolfie. The head nurse. Officer Not So Friendly. And Bianca, the rack girl.
And I'm hot.
Hello, everybody, boys and ghouls, mummies and daddies. It's your old pal Zombo welcoming you to Zombo's House of Horror Movies. Ooh, this week's movie is one of the scariest movies ever made. King of the Zombies. King of the Zombies was made in 1941. During a storm, an airplane carrying 3 men crashed on a remote island where the evil Dr. Sangra is creating an army of zombies through hypnotism and voodoo rituals. And it's not Sangra-La. King of the Zombies stars Flip Wilson, Ask Jeeves, Bill Cosby, Miss Cleo, Roy Scheider, Liv Tyler, Russell Crowe, D. Jackson 5, Aunt Jemima and Uncle Jemima, Kramer, Boss Hogg, Walter Cronkite, Ella Fitzgerald, and Al Gore. Ooh, that does look like one very scary movie.
Mr. Zombo!
Ooh, I wonder who's at the door.
Excuse me, sir, but would you like to buy a box of cookies? It's for a good cause.
Ooh, what cause is that?
It's for the Ghoul Scouts. We're going on a trip to the Dismal Swamp. How many boxes would you like?
Oh, one!
Only one box? Why, you pathetic little wimp.
Ooh, I'm sorry, little ghoul. Did I say one box? I really meant 12 boxes.
12 boxes of sandwich cookies. Is that all? How would you like me to drive a stake through your cheap old vampire heart?
Ooh, you better give me 1 box of Skin Mints, too.
1 case of Skin Mints. How would you like to pay for that?
COD.
COD! Why, you smelly flayback! Why, I ought to...
Oh, here you go, paid in full in cash.
What? No tip?
Oh, here you go, sweetheart. Now, when can I expect delivery?
What's the matter, Zombo? Don't you trust me? By the way, Mr. Zombo, my mommy wants to know if she could buy some taste of your show.
Oh, of course she can. Which show tapes is she interested in?
The ones without your stupid jokes.
Oh, get out of here!